stopping, homie, regardless. But I ain't stopping, no, I ain't stopping. I'm just getting started. Let's go. My skin is pale, but I'm a black sheep. Riding through the city, Satan in the backseat. Hey yo, that's me, I run it like a track meet. A rap fiend, I set the bar high like an athlete. Step in the booth and Zach gon' drop that 808. Cause the vibe is dope and the beat is cracking, now it's getting laced. I'm sharp as a razor blade, I can blow your mind like JFK. I do what I want, you ain't gonna box me in like David.
What's good, everybody? I'm Danny D-Lo, and this is Danny D-Lo Biker TV. In this episode, we're going to touch bases on something very serious in the MC community. Very serious. So I'm going to go ahead and replay this video from my crime partner, Hollywood, from Insane Throttle Biker News. I'm going to replay this, and then we'll get into what I got to say right after this.
We got somebody right here that was on the inside and is going to tell you how it all went down. Now, it's about a 10-minute interview, so make sure you stick through the whole thing, and when we come out on the other side, I'm going to give my opinion on this.
Across an unusual situation, and they've exploited it and made things much worse as usual. Getting close to the big players revealed a lot of other crimes. A lot of this started about 4 years ago with the Safe Streets. About 2.5 years ago, there was a biker club, a one percenter club. I'm not going to name them, but figure it out. And they aren't quite what they used to be. But this particular group had these women that they were already worked with. There were some guys too, but predominantly women. They started sending the women into other one percenter clubs. This club had done it widespread. They sent women in to infiltrate their rivals, other one percenter biker clubs. And then they went a big step forward. They changed everything. They started cooperating with law enforcement because the information they got through these women would go to law enforcement. Law enforcement would then turn around and charge their rival members.
So they were setting them up.
It's the Fed screwing everything up. If this had been a legitimate law enforcement investigation where they're investigating, say, a one percenter club or organized crime of some kind and getting intelligence to build a case, great. That's their job. These guys are doing what they do, taking their chance. The law enforcement's doing what they do. Not getting involved, but it's not. They're twisting it around and they're putting people in danger and laughing about it. They think this isn't law enforcement. It's turned into an intelligence operation and it's getting people killed. They don't care. You gotta follow the money in this one. One of the biggest clubs to be hit by this was the Pagans. They were infiltrated by women, one degree or another, and actually a couple of guys as well. And they were girlfriends. Some of they trusted, some of they talk around. They were feeding information back to the club that won't be named. They're going right to law enforcement with them. Now they're handling their business through women and cooperating with law enforcement. But it got even worse. Law enforcement's gobbling it up, and it's going to the feds. But as more and more of the club that won't be named, as they got in trouble, more of them turned into informants, them even more. It didn't take long for the feds to turn around and control this club. They basically spent years trying to infiltrate clubs, get one guy in there, something like that, get somebody into, on the inside. Now they have a whole club that they control. This has given them access to a lot because this is a long-standing club. The club's had relationships with people in the past, other organizations, very organized situations that they've had, and they're giving them information right and left. It's gotten very bad over the last year under this new administration and new DOJ leadership. The Pagans and the Mongols are the two big targets here on the East Coast. The outlaws have been infiltrated as well. And keep in mind, these are mostly women doing this. This agency's patting themselves on the back, taking billions of dollars for Safe Streets and claiming these multi-month investigations, and they're not. This is how they're getting it. And it's costing people's lives. But they're stirring up trouble between these groups in it for our local law enforcement to deal with, and they're getting hurt. Their job is getting immeasurably more dangerous, and they're not being told what was happening. This federal agency is really screwing things up for the money. They don't do anything that's not political. They're allowing this group, a very large group that they control, they're allowing them to continue doing business. The synergy between this federal agency and this group that they control and they know that they can't get in trouble. So they're attacking other ones. A pagan leader went to a party. Someone dropped a dime on him, said he had a gun, and he was arrested after that. I think he's taking a plea now. And I said, well, it makes everybody paranoid. This is one of my brothers riding around. They ratted me out. It wasn't. And they kept it out of court. They don't want anybody to know that it was one of the undercover women who was working with a rival gang. Now, right there, that's a little bit biased. You know, that it goes to motive. Did they actually see it? Did they plan it? What did they do? But they keep all that out of court. That would change the entire trial. And then you have some other pagans went to a bar. No problem at all. And had a few beers, came out, and they were attacked. They retaliated, and now they're facing charges. But how did they know they were there? How did they know exactly what time they were leaving? It's one of the women, see? And the rival ones who are attacking them, the ones that are controlled, they're not facing jail time. Nobody ever puts them away for it.
Yeah, and they're putting everybody at risk for that as well. I mean, there are so many lives at risk. And people are needlessly dying. They have the information, obviously, this agency, but they're not doing the right thing. Like you said, it's all political. It's so messed up. I mean, this information, thank you for bringing it. I mean,
They've also infiltrated from California over the Bandidos, the Vagos, out there as well. And here, East Coast was outlaws. And then pagans and the Mongols have been very heavily infiltrated because of this. That's where it started. It's been going on longer. So these would be people they trust. They don't care. That's the problem. They just light the match, light the fuse, and walk away, and whatever happens, happens. And then they say, oh, look how violent they are. When they're the ones that started the whole thing. Then they want to complain that, oh, look at Baltimore. Baltimore's dying. You know they're bringing this stuff in. I got close enough. I can give you the names. I know the shipping routes. I know who's bringing it in. I know where the crap is coming from. I know where the guns are being assembled. I know who's involved. I spent over 2 years doing this stuff, and a year and a half ago I was even able to get in and get a job working within the system, their system, to document everything. This group is so controlled, they're giving up long-time affiliations. They're using it to get into it. Like I said, Chicago, New York, into Jersey, Philly, and then down south. These are the areas they're concentrating on. East Coast up and over to Chicago, and then Texas to California. And under this new administration, under this new DOJ, they're being extremely aggressive. Things have gotten much worse. People have gotten hurt, and law enforcement have gotten hurt because they're not being given all the information. They're being sent in a situation, one of these feds will tip off local law enforcement to pull someone over. They don't tell them who they are, or they'll just tell them, oh, a suspected, gang member. And they pull them over, freaking armed, and they just came from a house where they picked up their, monthly supply or whatever. They got quite a bit of drugs on them, guns. This just happened. This happened actually in Pennsylvania. I think it was Pittsburgh. And no one's asking, is like, how did they know I just left the house? How did they know when I did my thing? So they're not asking. These are the informants that they have within the rival groups, like the rival guys, like the pagans. This is the people they have in there informing it, and they picked up somebody just left the house. Or, Harry Logan, that's what I call him, Harry Logan, he knows where it's coming from. So as I said, he administers it. And he's at the highest state level, so he's connected right into the feds, so he knows what's going on. And he knows it's being allowed to come in. He knows that this club is allowed to do their business as they have been. And it's not a problem until it comes in. So he doesn't say anything, but he knows it's coming, where it's coming from, won't do anything because it's profitable, don't want to do anything, and yet he's all too happy to blame black leadership in Baltimore for the problem that he knows originates elsewhere.
we just want to see this end. This goes across party lines. This is a human issue. It has nothing to do with politics, whether you're Democrat or Republican, independent, whatever. We want to save lives. And this information can do that. And there's so much more to go through.
If the clubs are listening, they realize it's making sense. It's like, how come, there's the club that's not named will instigate something and we're the only ones charged. And then you have that club is taking advantage of it, actually, and they're attacking knowing that they're going to be protected by the feds that are running them. So they're just running people down the street. They're trying to run them off the highway. They'll come up and try to run him off the highway, and then if he doesn't get run off the highway and he retaliates, he goes to prison, and the rest of them don't. So think about the situations that have happened, and you'll know what's going on. There was one just recently. I mean, this is just a week or so ago. Things are coming in, like we discussed, from this, business as usual, being allowed in by the feds, coming in, and it's not a problem. Come on in. Free access until it gets to Baltimore, and it goes to a mixed race club. And I won't say their name, but they're pretty infamous. They can figure it out. And it's not a problem until it gets to them, and then here come the arrests. And what was it? It was drugs and ghost guns and firearms that were brought right in, given to them, sold to them, I'm sure, and then set to be distributed. It wasn't a problem coming all the way in. The feds made sure of that until we got right to here. And then guess who gets to deal with all the guns and the drugs and the violence? Local law enforcement. The men and women who are actually on the street every single day. Not the feds sitting in an office, starting crap with the people, making everything muddy.
See that right there? That right there tells you what the real problem is. There's two problems right here, man. Number one, all of you are fighting the wrong war. You're fighting wars against each other that's been caused by old ladies. Let's keep it real. We all know the business. The real war is everybody get together and fight this government, man. The FBI, what they've been doing to us and the MC community for years, bro. For years they've been doing this shit. And y'all been falling for it. It's sad to watch, man. Y'all need to quit pillow talking women. Y'all need to just quit bringing women around the damn club, to be honest with you. I don't give a shit if she's your wife, your old lady for years or whatever. You know what, man? My biggest problem has always been is if you in a 1% club and we out and about, we out doing our thing, why do you have your old lady with you? Why? Why would you bring your woman to that? Why would you even subject your woman to what may go down today? When I was in my club, my former 1% club, I never brought my woman around. Ever. Ever. You just don't do that. If you a real one, you don't bring your woman around, man. You just don't. As far as everybody's concerned, you ain't got one. Because that's just one more person that I gotta worry about, protect, and watch over. That's just the way I always looked at it. Anybody that's been following me for a minute, been rocking with me, already knows. When I was in the club, I never brought a female around. Never. Now don't get it twisted. You know, when you're doing a little party or whatever, yeah, man, have some females up in there and y'all have a little fun and do your thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't be talking about no business. Why are old ladies at church? For fucking what? She has no business being there. There's nothing being talked about that she needs to know about. Nothing. She don't need to know where you at, what you doing, what we are doing, and what's going on. She don't need to know any of that stuff, man. There's just no reason for it, man. All you dudes out here with this weak ass game that want to pillow talk and tell these girls what's going on in the club. Yeah, I'm a member of so-and-so club, and you know, yeah, we're going over here, we're gonna handle this, and then we're gonna go over there and do that. Bro, you just you just sold your whole club out to a piece of booty because your game is so weak that that's the only way you're gonna get between them thighs. Like, for real, if that's your only game plan, man, you're weak. Stop it. Women don't need to be around, man. And this ain't nothing against women in general. It's just, this is important shit. When you in a real big MC, when you in a real 1% MC, it's serious. It's real serious. Women don't need to be around it, man. They just don't. So what I want to say personally to all my 1% brothers out here, no matter what club you in, no matter what state you in, this is my suggestion to you. If you a P, if you a VP, a sergeant at arms, a national, whatever. This is what you need to implicate in your next church. Hold your church today and tell all the brothers to come in, and this is what you're implying right now. You're putting this in the bylaw right now. 2 years. If you haven't known this girl for 2 years, she don't need to be around at all. And the only time she needs to be around is maybe when you're doing parties at the clubhouse. Then you bring your old lady and hang out and have a good time. But you make damn sure that when you guys are talking about stuff, anything, she ain't around. And you damn sure don't bring your stupid ass home and start laying your head on the pillow and start telling your girl about everything that went on today at church. Why are you doing this shit, man? You're selling yourselves out. See, this club that pulled this move, I gotta tell y'all, man, I'm real conflicted about it. I really am. Because I've studied the art of war and I know a lot about it. And this is an old move. I mean, gangbangers used to do this back in the 80s, man. And probably even further than that. You know, I remember dudes on this side of the park would send the police over to that side of the park and be like, yo, those dudes are drug dealing. Yo, they murked that fool over there. Oh, they did this, they did that. So the police will be over there doing their thing. Meanwhile, over here, we're all making big money moves and making our money because the police ain't around. And then the police give you a little break. They let you go on some shit. Woo up the bang, right? And it's some borderline snitching shit in my book, to be really honest. But like I said, I'm conflicted about it because, you know, the honor, loyalty, and respect in me is like, man, that's some snitch stuff right there. But the gangster in me, I'm like, bro, that's the smartest move I've ever seen a club make, to be really honest. But nonetheless, let's not forget the point here. This ain't about whatever club that was. This is about what the feds have been doing to all the MCs out here. And this message needs to go out to each and every one of you guys out here. So if you're watching, I don't care if you're an independent or what, if you know anybody in the MC world, share this video. If you're in a club, share this video to every single one of your members. Everybody needs to watch this video. Everybody needs to watch this FBI agent tell facts, tell the truth of what's been going down. There's so many cases that should be thrown out right now because of this very video right here. One in particular person that I know of got locked up on some BS. And that's because a woman told them where the problem was, and the police knew right where to go. Kind of funny, isn't it? Now that person's away doing time in the joint. Meanwhile, that old lady, that scumbag old lady, is still somewhere in that club, and nobody knows who she is. That's messed up. So she's still doing work right now. Y'all be trusting booty too much, man. Way too much. Y'all don't get it twisted, man. This ain't a I hate women video. It really ain't. But I know it can come off that way to you ladies out here that watch me, and I apologize. But this ain't about you right now, ladies. I'm sorry. This is about my brothers, my homies, my people that are in clubs that need to hear this. You guys need to know this, man. So like I said, man, 2 years. 2 years. Implicate this in your bylaws immediately. At least a minimum of 2 years you need to know this woman before you can bring her to the clubhouse for a party. Or introduce her to your brothers. And after that, she don't need to be around like that. When you go to the bar, leave your freaking woman at home. Because these broads are texting whoever, the enemy even. Yeah, we're over here right now. Yeah, we just pulled up the blah 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 bar. Yeah, we here right now. Some of you stupid asses are pulling up to pull a hit, And you got your old lady on the back of the bike. Man, come on, man. I just can't believe you dudes out here, man. You're so weak when it comes to women, man. Stop it. You're not a 1%er if you got a woman with you at all times. You're not. Take offense to that all you want, but you're not. She don't need to be with you all the time, man. And if you really gave a shit about her, she wouldn't be with you all the time. Anybody that's been rocking with me knows, man, I never brought my girl around. Never. She didn't need to be there. She didn't need to know where I was at, what was going on. All she needed to know was, I'm going with the brothers. If something happens, this is what you gotta do. I love you, and I'll try my best to come back home to you. That's it. And if she ain't strong enough to deal with that and understand that you're a part of something in this life, then kick rocks. Don't need you. Trust and believe, we can always find somebody to kick it with. So share this video, y'all. This ain't about helping my algorithm, and this damn sure ain't about my monetization. This word needs to be spread out. Everybody in the biker world needs to know about this. Spread it, share it, share it, share it, share it, share it. I don't care about your comments on this one. Share this video to anybody you know that's a supporter in the MC community, in a 1% club, whatever, man. Share this video, get it out there. People need to know what's going on here, man. This is a very important video that everybody needs to watch. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go now. But definitely share this video to everybody you can get the word out to. I appreciate y'all. Much love and respect. And I'll holler at y'all at the next episode. Until then, we're going to keep it real and keep it 100. I'll holler at y'all, man. Peace.